Don't ruin this, Dave.
Alrighty. I believe the OA is coming in to do our opening here shortly. Are they at the home?
They're out there.
We'll get things kicked off tonight. Lots of stuff to cover. Come on in, guys.
Would y'all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On my
honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Law,
Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Can you please remove your hats and bow your heads in prayer, please? Lord, for this coming of spring, may our attitude and our willingness to encourage the scouting program and give the program to boys all over southern Maine may increase, and that we continue to teach the boys leadership, citizenship, and fitness. Through your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Just a little OA news. If you have any ceremonies or elections that you need, come talk to me or Liam Bach, and we'll get that taken care of. Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lord, sir. Thanks.
So much better.
Oh. Interesting that he's the only one here.
Okay. Thank you for being here tonight. I'd like to introduce your key three people here tonight, and all three of us are here. Owen McGuire, our district executive. Ken Salmon, our terrific district commissioner. And I'm Dick Lambert, I'm your humble servant.
Oh.
Let's get right into the announcements, because we do have a lot of stuff here going tonight. Activities and program. Is Rick here tonight?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there he is. I didn't see him.
You got 5 seconds.
Already. That's not a problem. All right, I sent out a salute shake last night. Hopefully those of you that have signed up got it. It lists the activities coming up over the next couple of months. I'll run through real quick. First and foremost is Saturday. We have the District Pinewood Derby being hosted by PAC 355 at Sanford High School, where we are not tonight. And registration begins at 8, and racing will soon follow, hopefully around 9 o'clock. And it shouldn't take more than a couple, 3-4 hours, 5, maybe 6, to get the boys all through the racetrack and out the door. There will be concessions, so, you know, dinner, plan the family to come. After that, we have April 25th is the deadline for pre-registering for our spring camporee. It's as simple as sending me an email or Owen, preferably the registration form, but I will take any communication whatsoever, letting me know that your unit is coming to the spring camporee, how many scouts and how many adults approximately you'll bring. I'm not going to hold you to it. Just want to know where you stand on coming to the spring camporee. That's on the 25th for that deadline. My email address is either rick.raynes@yahoo.com, or now there's a new one that we're getting through Pine Tree Council, and it's rickraynes without the dot at ptcbsa.org. They both come to the silly little smartphone thing, so I'll get them all. May 2nd is the next deadline for the spring camporee, a week after the pre-registering deadline. And that deadline is for the paperwork that the boys will need to fill out for the opportunity to get a free airplane ride at the camporee. It's only an opportunity because it depends on weather, depends on how many pilots, depends on how many kids want to fly, and all that kind of stuff. If your unit has not received these forms yet, please see me tonight. I have them with me. This is not a form you can download off the internet or get anywhere else except from me. And there is a second form that you can get off the internet from BSA. It's an activity consent form. I have some of those as well. So that deadline is May 2nd to get all those forms back to me, and then we will pick at random a list of the units in order and a list of the scouts, one from each unit at a time, to get these free airplane rides. The other opportunity for flight is in a simulator at the Camporee. You don't need to fill out any paperwork for that, except a list of the boys in your unit, or girls for Venture Cruise, who want to do the simulator. Youth have to choose either a chance to fly in a real plane or a chance to go in the simulator, one or the other. They can't do both. And if we cancel the airplane rides because of weather or anything else, those kids do not get a chance to then go in the simulator. So it's kind of a risk either way. More about the Camporee and the Boy Scout Breakout. April 26th, Paul Bach, if you're here, you may talk more about this, but there is a Beaver Day at Camp Nutter. So come to Camp Nutter on the 26th and help clean it up and get it ready for summer program. Paul is making camping available for free for units who want to come either Friday night and stay and help out on Saturday, or come Saturday and then spend Saturday night at Camp Nutter. There'll be no charge for outdoor camping. The cabins are not included in this free camping. But Paul has made that available to any units that are willing to come and help clean up Camp Nutter on the 26th. So the actual spring Camporee is May 16th, 17th, and 18th, with most activities taking place on the 17th. Webelos are invited to come to the Camporee on Saturday morning and stay all day and camp overnight with their corresponding unit. There is a 1-to-1 ratio of adults to Webelos for overnight camping in BSA policy. There was a question, actually Travis sent me an email today and asked me a question if Webelos 1s are invited, but the reality is that your Webelo 2s right now, or in the past few months, are now Boy Scouts. So they will be at the Camporee as Boy Scouts. Your new Webelos 2s are your Webelos 1s from a few months ago. So those are the ones coming to the Camporee. So your new Webelos 1s really don't step up until like later in the year towards school time again in September. So really, if they wear a Webelos insignia on their shirt, bring them to the Camporee. I don't care. As long as they have a one-on-one adult to Webelo ratio for overnight camping.
Quick question. My youngest son is going to be a Webelo.
Yep.
And he's going to come to camp. He's going to camp with us, with the troop.
Yep.
Can I be the one-to-one ratio for him?
Yes, you can. Yep. Yes, you can. We want boys there. We'll work with whatever you come up with. Okay? And then, the last thing...
Real quick, when you send me the registration for spring, how many you're going to have?
Yep.
When you put it on the Webelos, you get those?
No, there's a separate registration for Webelos, and we can take those day of. You know, I mean, we're not going to get 300 of them, so, you know, whatever you have for Webelos, they can just come Saturday morning. It is $10 for scouts and $10 for adults at the scout level, the Boy Scout or Venture Crew level. At the Webelo level, it's $5 per youth and $5 per adult, whether they're coming just for the day or they're going to stay overnight and camp. And that will cover a patch and then the facilities that we need for porta potties and things like that. So $10 for Boy Scouts and Venture Crews, $5 for Webelos and adults. Speaking of Webelos, we love them so much that we've given them their own Camporee. So in June, Heather English has organized what she's calling the Nutter Nebula. It's a Webelos Camporee on June 27th, 28th, and 29th. It'll run similarly to Boy Scout Camporees, where you come in Friday night, set up camp, we have a program on Saturday, and you leave Sunday morning. So that's going to be at Camp Nutter. It's $10 per scout, and that includes the adult that will be coming with that Webelo to camp overnight, because again, it's 1-to-1. And they'll have all kinds of activities, including handyman, BB gun, archery, swimming, boating, volleyball, slingshot. Those are the ones that we're trying to get done. So if you want to help with that, we certainly could use staff for that June 27th, 28th, and 29th Webelos campers. I think that's it. I'll be here all night. Fine. Thank you.
Friends of Scouting report. Leah, do you have anything to report? If you haven't signed up for your Friends of Scouting presentation, see Owen, see Leah, see me, or Dennis. We'll get you signed up. We really appreciate the units that have already signed up and had their presentations, or will have their presentations soon. But we really need every unit to participate in this. It's important for the council, for the district, and for everybody.
Hey, Dick?
Yes.
Say one thing. We just had a court of honor last week, and also on that whole agenda was our Friends of Scouting campaign. And I forgot to call Owen, and I called him on Monday about noon. He said, "Can you come tonight to our court of honor?" And he did. So I want to
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Training, Tony.
All right, good evening, everybody. Let's see. On the table, wow, there's a lot of you. I didn't realize. On the table, there's a handout for upcoming training. It's pretty simple. There's just 3 items between now and, say, summer that you really need to pay attention to. One of them is the unit commissioner training this weekend. Is that still on?
I'm sorry, that was postponed.
Okay, so now you only have to worry about 2 this summer. And one of them is Camp Nutter BALOO training. Several emails have come my way. Just keep on emailing me if you're interested, or you know somebody who's interested and wants to sign up for BALOO training. It's basic adult leadership outdoor orientation for Cub Scout leaders who want to take their packs camping. The other training is the ITOLS or ITOLS WLOT training. That is going to be at Camp Hines the end of May. And so any of you scouters, Boy Scouters or WLOT leaders who want to participate in that, again, you can shoot me an email, pick up this form. There's registration forms online now, so I would highly encourage you to sign up for that to become a trained leader. And that's all I have for training.
Very good. Thank you, Tony. Membership. Brian.
Just one thing, we're up 8.5% from this quarter last year, so nice job. Number 1 in the Northeast Area 1 region.
Thank you. Good job. And I want to add to that Pine Tree Council shows the highest recruitment, and it's a positive recruitment in all of Area 1A? A1, 1A, I'm not sure how they number that, but we're ahead of everybody else. We're leading the whole area in recruitment. So hats off to for York District and for whole Pine Tree Council. Anybody from the Advancement Committee? I didn't see Bruce come in.
I do have one announcement on Bruce's behalf. If you have District Award and Merit nominations that you are either working on or completing, get those in as soon as possible to Bruce. They'll be meeting in the near future to decide on those, as well as Silver Beaver coming past yet? Silver Beaver, which is a council level recognition. If you have any people in mind, it's a little bit of a process, so please get that in to Pine Tree Council as well if there's people you feel are deserving of Silver Beaver.
There are a few here in the room that are Silver Beavers, and they're well deserved. But I'm sure there's some others that you can think of, and we don't have a lot of nominations yet, as far as I know. So feel free. Like Owen says, it does take a little time to do a little research on the nominee's background, because a lot of people just don't know everything about a person they want to nominate. So it's just a matter of getting that information together. But don't be discouraged. There's always a will, there's a way. Camp Master, Paul Bach. Paul? Oh, well.
He's coming. Hold on. Wait for it.
No report. No report. Of those reports. Tech Committee. Tim Guerrette.
So as I mentioned last month, we had the terms of use approved, and we've started granting terms of use access. I think we've got a couple people that are on the committee who have it. We expect to launch the new website in the coming weeks, 2-3 weeks from now. And the Salute and Shake list will also be migrated over to the new process. Everyone who's on Salute and Shake will be on the new list, but this new list, you will be able to subscribe and unsubscribe on your own without having to go through another channel. So that'll be really nice. And then we'll definitely announce as soon as it's done. The existing website will actually redirect to the new one. So if you have that one bookmarked, you won't be left out in the dust. You'll be redirected to the new location the next couple weeks, I think. Thanks.
Great. That's all I've got, and I'll turn it over to our district executive.
All right, thank you, everyone. A few notes from my end, and then I'm going to introduce somebody standing in this room. Scouting for food, it's come and gone. We do have extra flyers, so if you haven't done it, please get out and do it at some point this year. It's a great cause. We have a great group that we've partnered with. If you have done it and you are collecting food, we need to know as soon as possible. Approximate weight, pounds, however you want to do it. We partnered with Good Shepherd Food Bank up in Auburn. They've been a very strong sponsor of us and very supportive. Per our agreement with them, they would like a report to see how much food we did get, so please send that to me as soon as possible. Additionally, Dennis might talk a little bit about this, but we are pretty much done with recharges for the year, so thank you all for your hustle on that. As we head into the camping season, the Camporee season, recruitment season, all that, each spring we usually try to conduct what's called a unit inventory, where we kind of take the opportunity to take a roster and match it up against with what you guys are recording in your system. So at some point in the next 2 weeks, you're going to get a call from myself or somebody else to sit down with you and go over your roster. If you want to save yourself a little bit of time, if you have a roster that you're keeping, please email it to me or Dennis. And that way we can start looking at it compared to what we have in our system. I know we've been working on some registration things. We'd like to get that cleaned up just in case I've missed something, in case something was missed at recharter. With the fee going up, we wanted to make sure that everyone who was showing up regularly was registered. If you've got kids, especially coming back now that winter sports might have ended or spring is now coming and they want to get into the camping mode, please let us know so we can make sure everyone's duly registered. On that note, there's a scraggy something in the middle. There he is. As you all know,
In love. We all love Matt.
We all love Matt, okay. As you may know, he's been pulled in as camp director, and I've been tasked with making sure he doesn't blow up the budget or the property. But Matt's going to talk to us about it.
And you had such a great career going until that decision. That's right. I've already told Eric, I said, I don't know what you're used to for how people run camp, but it's probably not going to be what you see this summer.
But not to steal Matt's thunder, we got, as you all know, last year we introduced the camp card. It's new and it's approved, so Matt, it's all up to you to make the sale.
Excellent. Well, settle in. I got about an hour of your time here, so it'll be good. The first thing is I just punched Dennis because last year I was the advisor to the commissioners and membership, and now they're kicking butt, so thank you for making me look bad. I appreciate that. The second thing is I'm going to throw a little thing out about advancement. Well, I'm passing this stuff out, which is most adults who are involved in scouting are not case and knots. But it's a recognition system that's in place specifically so you can say thank you to your leaders. But your leaders in your unit don't get this stuff if people don't put them in for it. Because most people aren't signing themselves up for it. So it's a good system. The opportunity there for you to leverage some positive PR for your unit and for your leadership is to encourage them to maybe stick around and replace you as Cub Master or replace you as Scoutmaster is there to be used. Now, each of those camp cards that I just passed out on your table is worth $5. So if I don't get them back, they come out of Owen's salary. They are not a free sample. Okay. Quick and dirty. We want to try to get kids to summer camp, and so what we want to do is what has happened nationally, and most of you guys if you participate in the camp cards, you saw this last year. If you're a part of a school system, you've probably seen band boosters, sports boosters, or whatever come out with the fancy wallet cards that they usually sell for about $10 or something. Concept's pretty simple. You got a ticket, ticket's good for a year, and there's all kinds of various local vendors on here who have agreed to honor the possessor of said ticket for the goodies listed on here. Most of it is year-round. There's a couple of them that are like one-time use, 5-time use. Yes, the Kittery Trading Post is on here. Where did he leave? Because he yelled at me it wasn't on the front, but it's on the back. Only because people from Jackson probably aren't driving all the way down to Kittery Trading Post, but they could probably find a Tim Hortons a little bit closer. So we wanted to have the good stuff on top. So the sale is pretty simple. Okay, the idea is Scouts sell the cards. They sell them for $5 a piece. The Scout and the people managing the Scout keep $250. You give us $250. End of story. And hopefully it's a way for them to go and raise money to attend camp. The other thing about the camp cards is that there are three real advantages to using camp cards as a fundraiser. The first is obviously help kids raise money to go to camp. The second reason is the $250 that the council's taking. I think, please raise your hand if you've heard about the IRT program in the military being in all of our camps. Okay, most of the people have heard about it. Good. So I won't waste too much time. If you guys want, if people who haven't heard about it, you want to hear about it, come please talk to me. But the other $250 that we earn from the cards is going to buy stuff to go into the camps. And yes, that includes Nutter. So that's how we're generating some of the revenue to go to camps. And the third reason that this is a good sale is that it's easy to manage. All right? You give the kids the cards, you write down how many cards they have, go, sell, be one with the world, and then come back and they're either giving you cash or cards back for what they didn't sell. I would strongly recommend a couple of things. If your unit's going to do a camp card sale, the first thing is I really strongly recommend Blitz Days, where you get everybody together, especially for troops. I don't know what your experience is, but my experience as a Scoutmaster doing popcorn, they weren't selling popcorn unless I got them all together in one spot at one time and said, you three, go get that neighborhood, you four, go get this neighborhood, and we're all going to get back together in an hour or two. Okay? But what we're looking for is each troop or each pack that's interested in participating in the program will give you an envelope for each scout, and the envelope has speaking tips, you know, top 5 reasons why you want to do camp cards, and there are a couple of benefits this year. Not only does the scout earn $250 for every card that they sell, but if you, and I know I didn't give everybody an envelope, but they can earn a scholarship to go to camp. So for example, a scout sells 165 cards. They've earned a scholarship to go to Cub Scout Day Camp. And they keep their $250 per card they sold. That's what that means. However, for those of you who are clever with math, you only get to pick one scholarship. So that same kid who sold 165 cards, you can't sit there and say, oh, well, it's only 40 cards to go to Fun Packs. That means we can take 40 divided into 165, and now we got 8 million scholarships for Fun Pack. Now they get to pick one. All right, and that's it. One. Oh, you math majors. Okay. The other thing is that for every district, we're also going to do a drawing for a full boat scholarship. And they sell 10 cards, they get their name in once, and for every 25 additional cards they sell, they get their name in a second time. And we'll make the drawing's going to be, I think, June 1st or 2nd. Okay? So it's a pretty simple sale, and what we're looking for is people who are interested in participating. Mr. McGuire will be managing it, because it's his district. You've got receipts. All you got to do is go over and say, hey, we'd like to participate. Well, I got 30 kids, so I want 30 envelopes. And I think I can sell 300 cards, and they'll give you 300 cards. They're in bundles of 20. Okay? Last thing on the camp cards. We give them out in bundles of 20. So if you come up and say, I want 335 cards, you're getting 340 cards. Okay? That's how that goes. All right, the sale is April through May. Yeah, April through May, and we're good to go. Really good way to earn some money. Really good way to help kids go to camp. So with that, does anybody have any questions? Okay, you in the corner.
Is it just the businesses listed on here?
Correct. Right now, it's just the business. Last year we had that online where people were coming in. It's just the businesses on the card. And we tried to get a smattering of businesses from all over. So, okay. Anything else? Yeah.
Little Caesars, why is softball not?
Because it's different. And we actually approached them, and they said no. So we said, however, the Papa John's is good in Biddeford. We should have gotten Alex's, but we weren't that smart. Anyway.
And Miley's is in Biddeford for all of those folks.
Yeah, I know. I put Socko on there. Jeez. Big idea guy, not detail guy. Anything else? Yes.
Those For the full council or just your district?
This is for the full council. Yep. Yep. Okay, I'm around all night if you have any questions, and I think I'll be bugging each session, but for something different. All right, thanks.
I need my cards back! So, question?
I'll take it.
If we filled out that spreadsheet that went out, does it ask?
All right, guys, gonna try to do this quick. Troop 371. Anybody here? Okay.
Did you want to do that in the breakout?
I get they're not separated. It's faster. Troop 327.
Troop 326. Troop 324.
Quarters of them. Take the 20. I'll take 20. Because you know what?
317.
Well, 20 envelopes is 20 per schedule. Is that how it works? I think.
307.
Oh, we can talk about
I'll take a lot. That's right. We can play extras in case there's something that wasn't full. 20 times 20 is 400, right?
Let's say
I think there's probably 10. Probably 20. Yeah. I think that's reasonable. The Weeblos are going to earn their own. They're going to self-serve.
I asked you that.
Yeah.
356 wells.
We have questions. No, okay.
Pack 301. Pack 355.
Nice pen there. If you want, feel free to co-sign it because I have no problem. Or if you even want to put your contact information on there too, it wouldn't hurt. You did? Okay, good. I was going to say that's. I think I got an email from council, like a Google Docs thing, popcorn kernel, handcuffs, and other stuff. And I put your name for that, Shelley's for popcorn. So they should have it, but it doesn't hurt to have it there. Thank you. Charters, and then they're going to they'll do breakouts, yeah.
Right here.
They're going to hand out Klondike Derby. I don't think it passed by that. Well, I have 2 more in here, but I need to change it up and stop it.
316, Camporee? Nope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a charter.
Okay. One more thing before we break out.
Yeah.
Please, one more
not
thing.
tonight. I got it. Last month, yeah.
This year we were in the hunt for Journey to Excellence. We didn't attain anything last year, but this year I'm happy to announce that we reached silver level on the district level, and I'd like to pass these up. I'd like to pass these out to folks that helped us get there. I don't have as many as I'd like to have, so if I missed your name, what I'm going to do is hit the folks that are the chairs and the commissioners, and then we'll get some more and we'll pass out the rest.
Except for committee, district level people.
Yeah,
If your unit didn't make it, you don't get the badge.
Yeah, because this says district. But, Rick?
Yeah, oh, here. Oh, here.
Come on down. Tim. Paul, you roll in the hallways again. Dan Seymour. Dan? sir. Oops, sorry.
Don't worry about it. You're good.
Ryan Alley. Data writer. Tony Fleurent.
There we go. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Dave Wade. Ronnie Bifford.
Right. Yeah. We should have a separate uniform for district. It can get ridiculous how many uniforms you can wear. Because now it's just a potential one too. All right. They're talking about what? Some polo? I like the idea of a polo too. Polo or, even though it would have been more expensive, maybe it's the same price depending on kind of polos, but a vest. Because then a vest could be 3 seasons, not like a heavy duty one, but just something.
I got 2 other quick announcements. First, regarding the reach out process, thank you all. It was a bit confusing this year. I know we changed things up a little bit. Hopefully, we're going to make it a little bit easier next year. But thank you very much for all of your hard work on that. Spring recruits, hopefully you're all thinking of doing a spring recruitment campaign. Now's the time to start planning that if you haven't already. Scouting for food, it's already been mentioned. We're working on putting an incentive together, several incentives actually, to make scouting in our district a little bit more fun. And one of the things that's being thrown around as an idea is if your unit reaches a certain goal, whether it be attending a round table or getting first place at a Camporee, or whatever goals we decide to set for you and put out there. And this is in process. It'll come out. So we'll make a firm announcement next month. But you may get an opportunity to, I don't know, throw a pie in the face of your district executive. Or I'm right here, big time. I can take a pie, okay? Units who re-charter by December 1st. We're thinking of doing this at the December Roundtable. So units who are chartered by the December Roundtable for next year get to pie me.
Wow.
Okay, so we're just kind of throwing these ideas around. Y'all think that might be a little bit of fun?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay. We're going to set some committee level incentives and goals, and then we'll see how many people out there. And I'll guarantee you guys, the more pies you throw, the closer you're going to be to JTE goal next year too. So that's just kind of goes hand in hand. So hopefully that goes well. New unit formation, we're in the process of trying to get a unit together in Randall right now. We're also in the process of trying to save some units. So you may hear rumors going around that units are folding. They're not. We're working on them. Okay? I'm trying to quell some of these rumors because we've actually been working pretty hard behind the scenes, and these units are still up and viable. Right now, all of the units in our district are active and alive, and nobody's in danger of collapsing. But we are trying to add units, particularly right now in the Randall area, so we have a new pack down there. And that's going to help that whole region function a little bit more efficiently. Troop 399 is still alive and well. They were down to a critical mass. 317 has found a new home, and they're getting settled in. So these rumors that kind of go around, please don't propagate them, because it just hurts our district. Find out what the facts are, and move the facts along, and keep the rumors aside. Alrighty, that's pretty much all I have. Anybody have any questions for the commissioner staff at this point? Okay, awesome.
Please see me for camp cards, either before you head into your breakouts or after.
Yep, time to hand out tea breakouts, Boy Scouts.
If you turn in your forms, I'll produce them in